Well, thanks for stopping by again. We're still working on the engine here for my dad's car. Let's talk about Pontiac Valley pan covers. Right here is an original one from 19 who knows what. It's old as hell. It's not new. You can scrub and clean it and sandblast it, but there's 2 layers of this thing, and there's stuff that gets trapped in between. How do you clean it out? Well, that's what I'm going to show you here today. Here's our engine, and this valley pan normally resides down here on top of the engine, and then of course then the intake goes over top of that. Well, like I discussed, this thing is old as heck. Yeah, you can sandblast it, clean it up, and cleans up good on the outside, but on the inside there's 2 layers. There's a baffle in here, and that's what your PVC system works on. So how do you get all the crud out of inside that? Well, I haven't found a great way besides taking these spot welds here and doing just what we were talking about here. Remove that spot weld and pop this panel apart, clean all that junk 100% out of it, and then come back in and just spot weld it back together. So I've got a tool to make that easier. What I'm going to be using is this right here, spot weld cutter kit. I bought this a long time ago and I never use it because I normally just take my air hammer and pop panels apart. Might be able to do it that way on this just the same, but I'm actually going to try this thing out and see how well it works. It'll chuck up into your drill. Looks kind of like this little guy right here, like a hole saw looking guy. And you just come through here and just drill these welds out. This is set up with several welds down both sides. So we're just going to buzz these off right quick. This thing doesn't work very good at all. I think the thing to do will be drill a little pilot hole in the middle. Alright, the problem I'm having is I'm trying to use that. It has a little centering barb on it, but that radius, and it's not even, it wants to walk all over the place, and I can't keep it nice and centered. So I'm going to try to drill just a small hole. Right in the middle of that spot weld. Now the centering punch might have done the same thing, but I don't have one here at home. So we went that way. All right. Now let's try that again. Much better. Oop, nope. All right, there's several minutes of fighting with that hole saw spot weld removal tool, which I guess got the job done, but it's probably why I don't use it. I don't love that thing. But anyway, all the way around, quite a few little spots there. Now we're going to find out the reason why it's important to take this cover off. Back here, I should be able to kind of pry in between. Yep, that's why. That is horrible. Now this is all the dirt that could work its way out of that and land in your brand new engine rebuild. You don't want that. So either you buy a new panel or you drill it out like I just did here and weld it back together. But now I got some more cleanup. So we want a little closer look to how nasty this thing is on the inside. There you go. I was able to clean that small spot through that window, but that's it. Now surprisingly, there's not a whole lot of sandblasting sand in here when I sandblasted that, but I wanted to make sure I had all that out of there. Gross. That's what we're actually combating and working against here. So I'll get this cleaned up in preparation to throw back on. Quick little wire brushing. What's that thing look like now? Wire brush and wipe it down a little bit of acetone. Look at this. The metal is stained, but there are no chunks in it. You can see the nice reflection there. So I will say that passes inspection. We'll weld this back together, put that back in service, and put it here on the engine. So there you have it. That's what the inside of a valley pan looks like after 50 years of who knows what oil going through it and who knows how many miles and the temperature and everything. So your options are put it on dirty, drill it apart like this, or you can buy a new one. There's many people now making new replacement style. There's some that don't even have a baffle in it. It just depends on what you want to go with. There's an original style for 67 and older, and then I think 68 and up. They changed the location of the PCV valve lug on. That's all it kind of goes along with. So little FYI for you, if you're building a Pontiac engine, you might want to take that apart and investigate before you dump that dirt right back into your engine. So one more little engine tip there for you for a little what to do, what not to do kind of thing. And this is how I'd like to handle that. I wanted to share that with you. And of course, now I'm going to keep on putting that thing back together, put that valley pan on, intake, and do a bunch more stuff. So you don't want to miss out on that. So please subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll catch you all next time.